With a new gacha comes a new set of standard characters. YouTube frogs, Honkai Star Rail is full speed ahead. Lots of players are itching to get their guaranteed 5-star from the beginner banner. Costing 20% less wishes overall, you'll get 50 total orbs for the price of 40 Star Rail passes. These are the discounted standard banner pulls, not to be confused with the red tickets that are Star Rail special passes used for limited banners. Also, really important, do not spend your Stellar Jades here. Please, save them for limited characters. Don't want players to accidentally spend their hard-earned game currency on standard banner pulls that you'll always be able to accumulate over time. Now, if you do not plan to reroll, this guaranteed 5-star will become a staple to your roster for a majority of the early game. Let's break down all these permanent characters and take a look at what value they provide to your Star Wars journey. You'll first notice that there are 7 distinct permanent characters. There are also 7 distinct character paths in the game, basically classes that the characters categorize in. Coincidence? I think not. These 7 standard characters all fall into one of the 7 character paths. From left to right, Yanqing is the Hunt, DPS path, single target focused. Bronya is from Harmony, which is a support path, buff focused. Gepard, Preservation, durability path, defense focused. Welt, Nihility, support path, debuff focused. Himeko, Erudition, DPS path, AoE focused. Clara, Destruction, survival path, or I don't really know what to call it, bruiser focused. Bailu, Abundance, durability path, healing focused. Basically, each permanent character is unique and therefore will be providing their own value to your team. Obviously, some are more similar than others, like we have single target versus AoE DPS, buff versus debuff, and healing versus shields. But overall, depending on which character you get or are rerolling for, they will help you strategize on building the rest of your team. Each of these characters and their distinct paths also come with drastically different base stats. What you are currently seeing is all 7 permanent characters at level 20 ascended to level 30. No light cone and no relics. Yanqing, the permanent hunt character focused on single target damage, has the highest base speed out of all permanent characters. Yes, speed is a stat in Honkai Star Rail and determines the priority of their action and how often they occur. With very low base HP, decent attack, low defense. Essentially, he's fragile, but he's fast and decently hard-hitting. Himeko, Erudition, the other DPS path focused on AoE damage. More HP than Yanqing, roughly the same defense, slower but decently higher base attack. Slightly higher bulk overall, and deals more damage collectively to a group of enemies, but she's slower. Welt and Bronya, support characters. Welt is the debuffer and Bronya is a buffer. Their base stat layout is fairly similar, with average speed, great bulk, and low attack. Now obviously these characters can differ tremendously on what they do, even if they are the same path, but in general, depending on how a character is designed, most of the time their stats follow suit. Just as an example, Tingyun is also Harmony path, which buffs, but her base speed is incredibly fast at 112. Onto durability paths. Gepard and Bailu, generally slower classes denoted by sub 100 base speed, but massively tanky with much higher base HP pools, and especially for the preservation path, much more base defense than base attack. Makes sense because their base defense scales into their signature abilities. Finally, Clara, survival path. You'll notice that Clara's base stat layout is pretty balanced. Due to the way that her taunt and counter kit works, her speed is sacrificed in a meaningful way since her value is directly correlated to how many attacks she tanks from enemies. Okay, so we get it. Each of these characters is designed with a unique purpose in mind. Let's get into an overview of each permanent character that you'll need to know for your travels. Yanqing, quintessential single target character design. All of his attacks target a single enemy, and for him specifically, his abilities revolve around him making single hit punches that hit exceptionally hard. The combo of his skill plus his passive talent grant him a semi-stealth effect, reducing the chance of taking hits while simultaneously granting him enhanced crit rate and crit damage for his next attack. As also a character for the ice type, his enhanced attack has a fixed chance to freeze an enemy and subsequently deal additional damage at the beginning of each turn. His ultimate provides an insane source of self crit rate, and while talent buff, which is the Soul Steel Sync, you'll gain 30% additional crit damage. Overall, his design is catered towards lurking in the shadows and sniping enemies one by one with his enhanced crit abilities. Aesthetically, he's like a DPS Xingqiu with ice instead of water swords. Bronya, probably one of the most coveted meta units in the game due to the fact that she buffs attack, crit damage, has a soft debuff cleanse, and an action bar boost. Those familiar with Honkai Impact will definitely recognize her at first sight, and those new to the game will quickly understand how insanely versatile she is at making anyone else in the game stronger. She'll use her skill to cleanse a debuff from an ally, grant them a damage percent boost, and also push their action forward to go next. Then when she casts her ultimate, she grants everyone an attack percent boost, and also a crit damage boost based on her own crit damage. With such massive offensive utility, it's clear why she's so universally valued in Star Rail. Gepard, a character that you meet fairly early in the game, Gepard is your stoic but friendly neighborhood bodyguard, ready to shield allies at a moment's notice. His ultimate and technique provide AoE shields to the team, while his talent allows him a second life in case things go brutally wrong. Tanky and also ice type for freezes, Gepard provides shield utility with great bulk. Welt. With striking similarity to Zhongli, it's inevitable that you're naturally drawn to him even if he's blunt and nerdy all the time. The ridiculously strong and coveted debuff character of the banner, Welt prevents your enemies from playing the game by reducing their movement speed, delaying their action bar, and summoning black holes. You will only have a smile on your face from satisfaction when you use him to make your enemies feel pain. Himeko. Honkai Impact fans, rejoice. Beloved beauty Himeko is here in Star Rail to not only handhold you through the tutorial, but also fire lasers from the sky, dealing fire AoE damage. Her entire kit's premise is to launch as many sources of AoE damage as possible. Her burst regenerates energy upon killing enemies, her talent activates an AoE follow-up upon multiple broken weakness bars, and her skill is a standard AoE ability. AoE is literally the name of the game for her. Clara, a unique bruiser character with striking similarity to Berserker and Ilya from the Fate series. Clara and her partner Svarog are designed to taunt enemies, draw their fire, and counter back. Less focused on her taking control of the battlefield, more focused on letting the enemies destroy themselves, getting robot countered. Bailu, one of the two healers on release of the game, Bailu's design is good health to everyone. Every single part of her kit, besides her basic attack, provides some sort of additional healing to the team. Her talent is a get out of jail free card once per battle for one ally. Her skill is a targeted heal plus 2 random heals. Her ultimate is an AoE heal and places a sanctuary effect on each ally, healing them when they take damage. And her technique applies the sanctuary effect before the match starts. Lots and lots and lots of healing. She'll make early game content a breeze, but watch out for crowd control that affects your team, because while she does have a bunch of healing, she doesn't have any debuff cleanse. So, all 7 characters in the standard banner have something unique to offer that will allow you to build a team comp from the start of the game. With only 4 slots available, you'll have to find the right balance between character paths and character types for DPS survivability and element coverage for the enemies. Good luck on reaching your guaranteed 5-star summon on the beginner wish, and I hope that you get your character of choice. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Take care. Alright, 5.5 hours in, chat. This is our guaranteed. Crazy! There's 2 characters that will make me very excited. Bronya and Welt will make me very excited. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh! I'm down for that 4-star. Tingyun is an excellent 4-star to get. Okay, that's a paw. That's a win. I'm down. Also, Tingyun is very aesthetically nice. Chat, is this the last one? I think it's the 50th summon. I think I went to actual pity for this. Okay, it's actually. This is 49, I'm pretty sure. Alright, 50, chat. Bronya Welt. Please! Okay, I'll take it. I love Himeko. She might not be the strongest AoE, but I absolutely love Himeko, so this is a dub. I can definitely put her on my team. Now we have a super strong single target, and we have a loopy burst damage. That's good.